I built my first Gameboy Zero back in 2016. I didn't care too much about having trigger buttons in addition to the shoulder buttons. At the time, the majority of games I was going to play only needed 6 buttons anyway. However, as time went by, I wanted to play games that would require additional and more comfortable buttons. In addition to comfort, I wanted more than just the L1 and R1 buttons. I also wanted triggers for the PlayStation and MAME support. That's why I decided to design this new rear button housing. I'm calling it the Gameboy Z2, since it feels like the next iteration of my personal Gameboy Zero. There are a few features I would like to walk through. The first I mentioned already, but for me it's the most important: comfortable rear shoulders and trigger buttons. The original DMG shell was never meant to have rear buttons, so simply adding face buttons in a line on the back didn't feel comfortable to me. I designed my shoulder buttons to sit up at an angle. This helps your index finger either rock onto them with the inside of your finger, or easily press with the tip. The triggers are more like a modern controller, curved up to meet your fingers. There's a satisfying sweet spot to them. The next feature is for the USB charging port. I never liked the placement of the USB charging port on my original GBZ, so I've moved it into the housing. No more trimming a PCB to make the USB port fit, or trying to modify the DMG shell. The USB port mounts securely into the Gameboy Z2 housing. I've made 2 variants for this. I've made a micro USB and a USB-C version to help satisfy everyone's needs. The final feature is a 4mm thick 5V fan to support anyone using a Raspberry Pi 2, 3, 4, or Compute module. The 5V fan pulls the hot air from your DMG shell and vents it out at the top of the housing, keeping your build cool and stable. I started on this journey just trying to make a better Gameboy Zero for myself, but the response has been so positive on my social media channels that I wanted to offer this to the community as well. I've opened a waiting list on humblebazooka.com, and I'll be making these in batches as the list fills up. Check out humblebazooka.com/shop for more information on how to purchase the Gameboy Z2 back button housing.